I'm Mishap.
And I'm Amethyst. And together, we are Mishap and Amethyst Hikes. This is our announcement video for hiking the Appalachian Trail next year, 2022, starting in June, going SOBO. We don't have a precise date set yet. We are setting it loosely based off of our son's graduation and his other school events that may spill into the month of June. When we first started talking about hiking the Appalachian Trail, it was me going to him actually and saying, I've been reading several different books now of people that have hiked the PCT and the Appalachian Trail, and I want to do it. I want to do it. I've tried to stop thinking about it, get it out of my head. It's a crazy idea, and it was just stuck. So finally I brought it up with Mishap and got his take on it.
At first I thought she was crazy, but then, I started watching some videos on YouTube of hikers who were hiking the Appalachian Trail, and then we started doing some small day hikes, and it kind of just grew on us, and we kept, just a little further and a little further, mile-wise, and yeah.
Part of the reason why we decided to go southbound is because of our later date of being June. And starting later in June, you need to be able to finish the whole trail with weather that is doable. Mount Katahdin closes in October, and if we start in, say, mid-June, there's certainly no way that we could make it to Katahdin. I don't think even if we did a flip-flop, which was our original plan, was to do a flip-flop from Harper's Ferry. But starting in mid-June, which is very likely going to be our start time, I think starting at Katahdin and going SOBO would be most optimal. We are currently sitting at our homestead where we're developing a place for our home, quote unquote home, here in West Virginia. In October 2020, we sold our house in Florida and moved into our camper full time and moved back up to West Virginia, all in preparation of doing the Appalachian Trail. It's now July and everything's almost ready. Don't have electric yet. Once we get electric, we'll be able to move out here full time. And we've been hiking the Tuscarora Trail over the course of this spring into the summer in preparations of doing the Appalachian Trail, getting our legs trained, getting our equipment dialed in, and it's been a really great experience for us. We've really grown as hikers and as backpackers because of it. We found some equipment that's worked. We found some that definitely doesn't work for us. In September, we're going to travel back down to North Carolina to finish the other half of the Bartram Trail that we started last September. And we did the Georgia section then. There's videos of that. And that was really our first videoing experience while hiking, backpacking, and just kind of getting used to how to run the camera, how to put the footage together. So it's definitely been some growing for us as well. And then throughout the winter time, as we're able, based off of the actual weather itself, we've got plenty of hiking, and it's one of the reasons why we wanted to come back up to West Virginia. Not only do we already have a place to live that's paid for, we own this land, the hiking opportunities, the training portion of it is what we needed in order to feel like we're ready to start the Appalachian Trail. We come into this fairly healthy. I'm just under 40 years old and he's just over, but he's had multiple knee surgeries. His left knee, he had a almost full reconstruction done of it, and I'll show you some pictures of the hardware they had to install.
So they started with an Oates procedure where they took bone and cartilage from a healthy part of his knee and transplanted it to the damaged area of his knee. Then they did a tibial realignment where they actually fractured the tibia and inserted bone graft that they retrieved from his other hip and screwed it into place with a plate.
He's had problems with his left knee since he was a teenager, and likely a defect that had happened as either a juvenile or a teenager that took a while for us to figure out what was going on. He's also had a couple of meniscus tears in that knee, and the other knee has had surgeries on both knees, and lost a lot of strength and endurance in those legs due to those injuries. So the rehabbing part of it and getting into hiking for him has been more challenging.
Very painful at first. But for me, wanting to hike the Appalachian Trail, it's all about seeing what I'm capable of. I want to be able to test myself and prove that despite my previous struggles, that I have the fortitude to make it over 2,100 miles.
For me, health-wise, I have just some mild scoliosis in my back, causes some back discomfort, especially when sleeping on the ground, sleeping on that air mat or air pad. Doesn't quite support my back the way it needs to be, so I end up with a lot of back pain during the night and in the mornings when I first wake up. Over the upcoming months, we'll continue to hike, camp, backpack, finish dialing in our gear, and as we approach our start date, we'll do a final video that shows which gear we are definitely taking with us.
And we hope next year that you'll come and join us on our Appalachian Trail thru hike, June 2022.
Bye for now.
Bye.